Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Tip of the Mitt fishing report with Brian Kosminski of True North Trout. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, Mr. Cash, it's Kaz. I'm doing great. How are you?
Living the dream. I'm sorry to hear that it was a tough day streamer fishing today on the river.
They can't all be bang up days. Some days you have to work for it, right? So it was a guide's day off, so we all played and we threw everything at them, and we did not bring anything to the net. So whatever, it keeps you humble. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I mean, I think too. I mean, streamer fishing is never a numbers game, right?
You are going for the top predator, right? So yeah, we're throwing like 4-inch heifer groomers and your articulate drunken disorderlies, and they've got every flash color on them, and they're bigger than most of the fish that some people catch. So that's kind of what you're doing.
Yeah, and so you were saying too that you're cooling off, although the days are still kind of warm, but your rivers are low, which means that that can be a real challenge too on the streamer bite too, because you don't really have some of the conditions stacked in your favor with overcast skies and cloudy water and stuff like that.
Very true. Today was one of those perfect days. We did have overcast. We had a little bit of rain last night, but it was only a half an inch. And I think the surrounding watershed ground is so dry that it's just sucking it up and it's holding it. So the river maybe bumped up a half an inch. That was it. And it wasn't discolored at all. So, low water presents one situation, but it also gives you something else. You know where the fish aren't, because if it was 12 inches high and muddy, you have no idea where the fish are. They can be moving anywhere. So you definitely work all the color changes and the seam lines where it goes from light to dark, because the fish they're going to be hiding up along that deeper, darker water. But it's still a numbers game where you're banging the bank as many times as you can. We're finding more fish out in the middle of the river too. Too many guys want to pick up the rod before the fly is even 15 feet from the boat, and they're trying to make another cast again. Like, it works really well if you can swing that fly across the bow of the boat from left to right or right to left. You never know who's going to hit right in front of your face. And they do.
Yeah, I've caught some of the biggest trout in Montana, either with a nymph rig or with a streamer. It's just dangling downstream from the boat.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're changing flies, you just set the rod down. That's when it happens. But
yeah, you just don't tell anybody about that.
No, exactly. We're sticking with our usual colors. We're going big. We're going black, olive, yellow. Tan's another one of my favorites, and the peanut envy. But that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And as the days are getting shorter, it's dark by 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So you definitely want to time your either early morning or late in the afternoon so you get the best hours of fishing in.
Yeah, and so with clearer water, are you taking streamers that have a little bit less flash, maybe are a little bit lighter so they don't make as much of a splash, and are you adjusting your leader setup at all?
Leader's still in that 5 to 6 foot range, from 30 pound to 15 maxima or 12 pound maxima fluoro. Get it down, get dirty. You don't have to go longer. The fish aren't being shy. I don't think you need to go lighter. You're going to smack the bank and get their attention. If you've got, like a woolhead fly versus the barbell eyes that's going to get it down like on a chrome peanut, you're just trying to get the fly to the destination, in front of the wood, down in front of the fish. And I don't think you have to be gentle or peaceful in your presentation at all.
Got it. And we want to give a shout out to our friends at Norvise who generously sponsor the fishing report. And Kaz, what are you tying up on your Norvise these days?
I started tying a whole bunch of zoo cougars, because you can never have a bad day throwing zoo cougars. Maybe we should have went smaller today. Maybe that was the key. But isn't Norvise hosting a big tying event coming up? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's actually down in my part of the world. That's on the 16th of October at Tuckasegee Fly Shop, and it is in the guys at Tuck Fly Shop just opened a new shop in Waynesville. Or Waynesboro, Waynesville. I get them confused. Waynesboro's in Virginia, Waynesville's in North Carolina. And I think Tim and Braden and Shannon Messer, who works with Tuck Fly Shop, is going to be there. I think it's 10 to 4. on that Saturday. I'll drop a link in the show notes, and they will be tying everything from game changers to size 20 midges. But the coolest thing is, since we've had so many consumer and trade show cancellations, the folks at Norvise are going to be debuting some new products there.
Oh, very cool. That was within my range. I'd get down there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, and it's a good time to, the good news in Western North Carolina, maybe for people who are kind of south of you and maybe a little bit east, is in North Carolina, we just started our delayed harvest program. And the great thing, if you like fishing for wild trout, is it pulls a lot of angling pressure off the wild water. So you can kind of, as we like to say down here, go fish it and you don't have to bring your own rock to sit on. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, and folks, they've got all kinds of great products. We've been talking about the shank jaws a lot. If you want to see everything that's going on with Norvise, the best place to do it, I would go to two places. One, I would go to www.nor-vice.com. And then they're also really, really good about every Sunday night at 7:00 Eastern having a live streaming of a tying session on their Facebook page. And those are the two places I would go.
Yep. And Braden was tying some pretty cool flies last night for Albie, little minnow patterns.
Yeah, that's starting to go. And we've actually got a really late giant drum bite down here. So people are excited about that too.
Really? That would be sweet.
Yeah. Those are those big fish that you see people holding with both arms.
Yes.
Yeah. The big bull drums. But yeah, so that's kind of what we've got going on here. And, folks, we would have a question for you, except the internet broke today, and Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp were down. And that's usually how we get show questions. And so I literally couldn't pull one out in time to record, but we love questions on the articulate fly. And if you email them to us, which you don't need Facebook or Instagram for, or you send them to us on our Facebook, our Instagram page. And if we use your question, I will send you some articulate fly swag, and then we will enter a drawing for some cool stuff from Kaz. We've got some great TNT shirts, and then a $100 gift certificate from the folks at Norvise. You should definitely jump on that.
We love questions. Who doesn't like to get questions once in a while, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love sending out stickers. I just got a huge order of Sticker Mule stickers, so I'm ready to go, folks. So send us some questions, because I think we've got maybe 5 or 6 of these left, and then you're going to miss an opportunity to get some really cool TNT swag and a gift certificate from our friends at Norvise.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And so, folks, fall is my favorite time to fish. I encourage you to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Kaz.
Thanks, talking. Have a good one.
You too.